Yes, everyone, quickly switch on your videos. So yes, one of you just tell me what were we doing in the previous class? Yes, Bharti, tell me.
Let's read in the table of the types of epithelial tissue.
It was completed.
Yes, miss.
So did you people have any difficulties in the various kinds of epithelial tissues, their functions and their locations?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about you, Afreen? Did you have any difficulty?
No.
Okay, good. So today we're going to start with the next type of tissue that is present in animals, and that is the connective tissue. Now, when we talk about the connective tissue, just like how the name suggests, a connective tissue will be responsible for connection, right? Variety of connections that can be formed inside the body. So one tissue that is like one type of, you can say connective tissue, which is the most abundant, that is the blood, right? There isn't any part in our body which does not have blood in it. So the blood is actually a connective tissue that is fluid in nature. So it is fluid connective tissue present almost everywhere in our body. So this is the fluid connective tissue. Now talking about the components of the blood. So we have the RBCs, that is the red blood cells. Then the blood also has WBCs, that is white blood cells. Then plasma is also present in the blood, which is the fluid matrix of the blood. It is like just like how cytoplasm is there for the cell, same way matrix, the plasma is there for the blood. Apart from that, the blood also contains platelets. Now, the platelets are the cells that are responsible for blood clotting mechanism of our body. So, all in all of these components of the blood, they have their own specific functions to perform. And apart from that, they are responsible for transportation of gases, transportation of nutrients. All of these things take place by the blood only. Blood and its different components. Now talking about the plasma, so the furthermore, the plasma also has certain important components, such as the plasma contains the proteins, it contains the salts and the hormones. All of these things are present in the plasma. So imagine plasma as being like the fluid matrix, like it is the matrix of the blood. And in the plasma only red blood cells are present, white blood cells are present. So all of the cells are present inside the blood, and that becomes the component of the blood. Now moving forward, talking about the functions of the blood. So we know that since blood is a fluid connective tissue, so it is going to connect different parts of the body. And how will it connect? It will be responsible for the transportation of stuff, right? Variety of stuff. So it is responsible for transportation of gases. The first most important use of blood is the transportation of gases. That is oxygen and carbon dioxide. Both of these gases, they are transported with the help of the fluid connective tissue, that is blood. Apart from that, transportation of digestive food. You people know that after the food gets digested, the energy or the nutrients from that food, you can say it gets received by the blood, and then the blood only transmits or transports it to the whole entire body wherever the energy is required. So that is the function, the second function, which is transportation of digested food. Then the blood is also responsible for the transportation of hormones, because we know that in our body there are so many different kinds of hormones, right? There is growth hormone, then there are hormones associated with reproduction, then there are hormones associated with metabolism, and variety of hormones are there. So those hormones, they don't have legs so that they can go from one place to another. So they use the blood. So blood also is responsible for the transportation of hormones and the transportation of waste materials to different parts of the body. And that is, you can say, the most important thing that the blood does. It is the transportation. The main important, or you can say the priority thing that the blood does is transportation. Any doubts, students, up until now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
All right. So, did you have you people started to study this chapter? Have you started to learn the chapter?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you facing any problems in the different kinds of epithelial tissue?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, after the blood, we have the next type of connective tissue, which is the bone. So, bone is another type of connective tissue, and we know that it forms our skeleton. It forms the framework of our body. So, bone, which is a type of connective tissue, it is responsible for forming the framework of our body. It anchors the muscles and supports the main organs of the body. Anchors the muscle means the muscles are actually present in our body and they are attached to the bone. So that is why it says that they anchor the muscles. Now, what after that, what happens? It supports the main organs of our body. Now we know that our organs, they are protected and they are supported by the bones, right? The rib cage is protecting the lungs, it is also protecting the heart, and then there are so many bones protecting and supporting different organs of our body. Now, talking about bone, all of us know that bones are really strong, isn't it? They're really strong, and they are non-flexible in nature. Now, obviously, we know, like for example, if you take a part or you take a bone that normally does not bend. For example, this part, the forearm part, this bone does not bend, isn't it? So if you try to bend your bone like this, what will happen at the end? First of all, none of you will be able to do that. Secondly, excruciating amount of pain will happen, and then the bone will fracture, right? Because you can't actually fold your bones. Wherever joints are present in the body, that's the only place the bones can bend. Apart from that, the bones are not flexible, so they can't bend. And why they can't bend or why they are non-flexible? It's because they are made up of calcium and phosphorus compounds, which gives them a very hard structure and a very hard shape and the whole configuration. Clear? So that is about the bones. Now, always remember this one thing, that two bones, they are connected to each other with the help of a tissue, which is known as, or you can say with the help of the ligament. Okay, you can say it with the help of a tissue only because ligament is the connective tissue. So another type of connective tissue is ligament. So this ligament is responsible for connecting one bone to another bone. Okay, so ligament being another kind of connective tissue. It joins the bone with bone. Now this ligament is very elastic and it has considerable strength. Now, have you people ever heard about like some people injuring their ligament tearing? Have you people ever heard about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Have you seen the visual of it? Ligament tearing? No. Okay, wait. See, what happens is that ligaments, wherever the ligament breaks, now it doesn't break very easily. It's not that easy to break the ligament, but maybe under very strenuous exercise, or maybe you can say wrong posture and then falling down, so maybe ligaments can break. So when the ligaments break, imagine the two bones are attached with the help of ligaments, the bones will separate like that. So again, ligament contains very little matrix. It does not have a lot of matrix present in it. Matrix means ground substance, the basal substance. Now, moving forward, talking about the next kind of connective tissue, that is tendons. Now, tendons, they are another type of connective tissue which connects the bones to the muscles. Ligaments were connecting bones to bones. Tendons will connect bones to muscles. Now, these tendons, they have great strength but limited flexibility. So, ligament in comparison to tendons are much more flexible. But tendons, they have a very limited flexibility. Like they are flexible. We can't say that they are not flexible. They are flexible, but their flexibility is limited. So, any doubts in tendons and ligaments?
No, ma'am.
Many a times the question can be asked like this, like which connective muscles connects bone to bone and which of them connects from bone to muscle. So only this kind of question can be asked, and you people already know this. Now moving forward, talking about the cartilage. Now see, cartilage is yet another type of connective tissue, and it has widely spaced cells, meaning intercellular spaces are present in it. Like the spaces in between the cells, it's there. Now the matrix of the cartilage is made up of proteins and sugars, just like how bone matrix was made up of calcium and phosphorus compounds, right? But here it will be made up of proteins and sugars. Now, the cartilage, they smoothen the surface of the bones at the joint area. So, it smooths the surface. That is why whenever we sit down or whenever we get up or we walk, our bones, they don't make noise. But have you ever been around a person who is old or who has very little cartilage left in the body? So, when they like sit down and they get up, their bones make a sound, some kind of sounds. It sort of sounds like they are acting against each other like that, or they are getting hit into each other because of the absence of cartilage. So what does it do? It creates a very smooth area around the bones so that the bones do not rub against each other. So that is what cartilages do. And this is the only thing in like more importantly in the knee joints. For the older people, this cartilage in the knee joint starts getting reduced, because of which they have a lot of knee problems. Okay. Now, if I ask you people to, now, do you people know where you have cartilage in your body? Anyone?
Ear.
Ma'am, in the nose.
In the nose. Not the whole nose, the tip of the nose. And in the pinna of the ear. Now, if I ask you people to fold your ear in half, will you be able to do so? All of you will be able to do. Show me. I want to see you people have cartilage or not. Good. My students have cartilage. Sarah, you don't? You don't have cartilage? You're not doing it.
I do have.
You do? I don't believe you. Show me. There you go. Okay. Now, if I ask you people to bend your nose from here, will you be able to do so? From here? No. Right? You can't bend it. But if I ask you to shake it from here, tip, will you be able to do so? Right? So, the cartilage is not present in our entire nose, rather it is present at the tip area. So, talking about where the cartilages are present, so it is present in the nose. I'll write tip here. It is present in the ear. It is present in the trachea and larynx. So now why cartilage is present over there? So as to prevent collapsing, so that they don't collapse. Meaning they don't stick to each other. They don't collapse in general. Also, in between the vertebrae, the vertebral column. Now, if you feel your back, right in the middle, you'll feel certain ridges. You can count up to a certain time, right? So in between each of those vertebrae, they are known as vertebrae. So in between each of those also cartilage is present. So now you people understand cartilage. Now if I compare bone and cartilage together, which one do you think is more flexible?
Cartilage.
And
Cartilage. Right?
Cartilage.
Yeah. Many a times they'll questions can be asked is to write the differences between cartilage and bone. Write the differences between tendons and ligaments. Or a question like what are the different types of connective tissue found in human body? These questions are these are the possible questions that can be asked from this connective tissue. Now, after this is the areolar tissue, and then there is adipose tissue. So, all in all, see, these are the various kinds of tissues that are actually connective tissues. We have blood, we have bone, we have cartilage, tendon, ligament, areolar tissue, and adipose tissue. So, do one thing, students, you draw this flowchart first, right now, okay? Then you can describe each one of them. So, first you draw this. Put the heading as to connective tissue, and then you draw that. Yes, everyone's done.
Yes, ma'am.
No one is left, right? Okay. Now you people can start noting down from here, from the connective tissues. Now you people can switch off your videos, and first, don't write in a hurry. No one should be in a hurry. First you read, understand, and then you write. Okay. Done, students?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss, can you scroll down?
Yes, is everyone done?
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Done, student?
Yes.
Everyone's done?
Yes, miss.
Yes, everyone's done.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, students, so we'll keep it till here only for today's class. And if anyone is like who hasn't written it down,